How we doing, guys? Hystria has changed for the console yet again as of the 18th of March 2020, and this is my brand new Hystria guide. For that update, I'm going to be focused on how to get you guys to a rotation and how to pull that rotation regardless of your class. There will be timestamps down in the description below if there's any specific rotations you want to focus on. So once you come out of the safe spot in main rotation, you want to make sure to hit the demos in these two packs that I'm showing and take it behind the Elten and then clear it however you would with your specific class. Once you have this pack cleared up, you want to come up the hill a little bit, make sure you get aggro of both the Kalqueeshes up the hill. Slowly come around the corner to make sure everything aggros to you in that section as well. And then make sure you get the Vodkan and the Kalqueesh at the bottom of the hill too. Use this corner to make sure this Bolton over here just moves towards the pack a little bit, and then move your pack to the Bolton and then clear it as you would with the class that you have. In this next room here, so this is important, you want to grab the aggro of those demos but don't get too close. And then you're going to come to the Bolton in the left corner. The reason you don't want to get too close to that pack of 4 demos is you don't want to aggro the Bolton in the opposite side of the doorway. Once through the door, use an AoE to aggro everything in the corner. Then you want to go center a little bit to make sure you don't aggro any mobs on your left. And then you're going to turn left and go up the hill with a quick dash movement skill to make sure you aggro the 2 Kalqueeshes in the pack and none of the demos. And then you're going to clear it again as you would with your class. And then that is how you pull main rotation. You go back to the first Elten you started with and rinse and repeat your rotation. When you're clearing side and you come into the room, you got to hit these 2 packs on the wall to make sure you aggro the demos correctly, and then use a range skill to get the last demo there to bring you at capacity. Once you're at capacity, you will clear the mob as you normally do. After the mob is cleared, you want to keep left to stay close to these 4 demos on the wall. Use an AoE to hit all of them. And then you're going to aggro everything to the Elten in the corner and clear them again as you normally would. For this next pull, it is very important that you use an AoE to hit all the mobs, including the Elten and the Bolton, so that they follow you to when you want to aggro the mobs on the opposite side, the 3 demos and the Kalqueesh. After they follow you, you can then bring those 4 mobs that you've hit on the opposite side back to the Elten and Bolton and clear them out. If you do not do this correctly and the mobs don't come towards the center a little bit, you will not be able to aggro all the mobs together because of aggro range issues, and you will not have a sufficient pull. And after that rotation, make sure to hit the demo in the top corner and then come up on the other side to hit the 5 mobs and then drag everything back to the Bolton and clear them out as you normally would. When you have this pack cleared, just keep left and go back to the beginning of the rotation, start again, rinse and repeat. for the 3 Tanco rotation, it is important that you guys try not to hit the 2/2 cards and aggro them, as this will mess up your pulls just a little bit. When starting the 3 Tanco rotation, make sure to hit this demo next to the Elten, aggro the Kalqueesh on the other side of the Elten, and then drag everything back to these 4 mobs over here. When the Elten's taken a few steps forward, you're then going to drag all the mobs back to the Elten, as if you don't do this, again, because of aggro range, not everything is going to aggro into one pull, which will make your pull unoptimized. You clear it as such and move on to the next rotation. For the next rotation, again, you're going to come up to this tower, AoE to make sure you hit all the demos and bring everything back to the Elten and clear this pack as well. Now for this rotation here, you're going to step in front of the Elten, do an AoE to aggro everything, and then come pull the 3 Kalqueeshes, wait by the 3 Kalqueeshes after you pull them for the Elten to come to the corner, then bring everything back to the Elten and clear them out as so. And for the final rotation, make sure you hit the singular demo near the Tancos, then the 3 demos by the Kalqueesh. Use a range skill to get the last demos aggroed, and then group everything up and clear them out as you normally would. And then that is a 3 Tanco rotation. You're back at the beginning, rinse and repeat. For the Kalqueesh rotation, make sure you hit the 2 demos on the wall first, then the 2 demos by the wooden scaffolding, and AoE everything in the center to aggro as much as you can to hit capacity. Bring everything back to the demos that have been following you and clear them out as you normally would. Then for the next pull, take the 2 mobs from the center, hit the 2 demos on the wall near the Elten, and then obviously bring everything back to the Elten. Sometimes you have to wait a little bit for them to group up nicely, but then you will rinse, repeat, you're clear. Now for the next pull, make sure you hit the demo in between the Kalqueeshes, and then you're going to come down, do an AoE, making sure you also aggro the 2 demos on the wall, and then bring everything back to the first set of mobs that you aggroed, get them nice and grouped up, and then clear them out as you normally would. Now for the next one, if there's a demo on the pack, make sure you hit the demo, go above the Elten, hit all the mobs above the Elten. That should give time for the bottom group to come on your side of the Elten, and then you're going to pull everything back to the bottom side of the Elten and clear them out as you normally would. And that is the Kalqueesh rotation. You're back to the beginning, rinse and repeat. Now, for this final rotation, the 5 Elten rotation, it is important you have very high clear speed to be able to do it efficiently. I'll be showing 2 full rotations to emphasize why this is necessary. When entering the 5 Elten rotation, just take everything and aggro it to this top Elten over here. You're going to be standing in this corner and just waiting for a minute. You need this Elten to come closer to the second one. Once they're together, you will come behind the mobs and clear them out as you normally do. Now the reason I will be showing you this rotation twice, because for this next pull, the first time you pull it is going to be different from the second time and onwards that you pull it. However, you will come up here and hit everything in this corner with an AoE, aggro the 2 demos off the wall with another skill, and then bring it back to the first Elten and clear all the mobs except for the Elten that's by himself. You will leave him there because you will aggro him to another pack. Now this Elten here, just carefully make sure he follows you to this next pack, and once he gets his next packs, obviously AoE everything to get their attention. When the Elten gets roughly where he is now, you're going to bring everything back behind it and clear them out as you normally would. And then once it's cleared out, if there's one mob left over, just aggro it to the next pack, where you will bring again everything behind the Elten and clear it out as you normally would. And then you're back to the beginning of the rotation. Make sure you get the aggro, the bottom Elten aggros, bring everything to the top, stand in the corner, wait for the Eltens to get nice and grouped up, Then get back behind the Eltens and clear them out as you normally would. Now, here's the difference that we were talking about in the second rotation onwards. The second Elten will not have spawned yet if you clear fast enough. So you can aggro everything to the bottom Elten, clear them out as you normally would. And now you can aggro this Elten from his standing position, which is a lot quicker for him to aggro to the next pack, for you to be able to clear him out normally. There he shot me. If you aggro him properly, he won't shoot you, and it'll be even faster for him to follow you to the next pack of mobs, making your clear speed as efficient as you can be for the 5 Elten rotation. If your AP is not high enough to do this, then it's just going to be a little bit slower and a little bit less efficient for you to clear this rotation efficiently. But this has the highest concentration of Eltens out of all the rotations that we have listed, so it is definitely going to be a highly contested rotation in Archer and other servers. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my Hystria guide. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated, and if you could share it with your discords, that would be a big help as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.